All right, I just wanted to get on here really quick because one of my buddies asked me what my guitar kind of section or my chain was. So I just want to get on here in case any of you guys were interested and show you exactly what I'm doing. So for my group, I have a couple groups within a group, but I'm using two instances of two different VSTs. So I'm using Odin 2 as my right and left kind of panned out guitars, and then I'm using an instance of Hellraiser for my main guitar. So if we look just at the processing for the right and left guitars, I'm using Odin 2, like I said. I'm using this guitar 1 soloed. I don't think I've messed with anything down here. I've even turned the humanized down, so it's not really playing anything too particular. It's just playing directly on time. But what I am utilizing within the MIDI is this Swing 8's 73, and I'm just using the 13% quantized, 13% timing, 6% random, and 34% velocity. You can see I have that engaged down here in the clip. That's just to make it sound a little bit more real, so it's kind of adding that humanize after the fact in the actual MIDI instead of in the guitar. Left thing is going to be the actual same processing with the Odin, but I'm using panned leads. Now, if we actually look in the amps before the main group, I'm using this Metal 1 preset. I think I just dialed this pedal a little bit to my liking. I don't think I messed with anything with this actual amp, so just keep that in mind and play with stuff that you think sounds good. But then for the left 4 and Nameless, I'm using this Metal 4, and again, I don't think I've messed with anything here, or I didn't mess with the pedal either. Now, in the group, all I'm doing is just boosting this heavily. So here's what the right sounds like by itself. Here's what the left sounds like. And then you can see also I'm offsetting them a little bit just with the kind of offset settings here. So I have -45 milliseconds and -47. That not only helps some space, or to add some space, some width, because they're playing offset, but also because with VSTs and stuff that are sampling a large range of samples that they can pull from, this is helping the attack actually be on time. So I'm kind of messing with that to make sure that it is on time with the drums. And then grouped. So you can see that there's quite a bit of fuzz on the top end. So we're just boosting, trying to get rid of some of those like sharp transients at the top. So that limiter is helping there with that ceiling at -2 decibels. And then our main guitar, which is contributing most of the guitar sound, is this Ample Metal Hellraiser. Now for this one, I'm just simply using the stock default preset here, but I believe I have the double turned on, and that's the only thing I messed with here. But this actually has a nice tone just right out the box. So all I felt like I needed to do was add a saturator, add an EQ, taking out some of those high end that the right and left Odin guitars are handling. And then we're just adding some Camel Crusher for some actual distortion, make it sound a little bit more gritty and give it more of the sound that I'm looking for. Now this is all grouped together. We have a little bit more EQ, so we're just taking out some problem areas that I think are a little bit irritating for my ears. So this is just all by trial and error, but if you have like a Munson curve EQ, you could use something like that as well. So we have 344 being brought down, we have 408 being brought down, a little bit more Camel Crusher, some compression again, just to get rid of those super sharp transients that are just kind of annoying at the top. Using some EQ to take out any low end that our bass is going to be occupying, a saturator, and then just a slight duck buddy, and that is just for a little bit of sidechain. This kit is like a hit or miss for me, so just play around with sidechain to see what you like there. And that's it for the guitar. So of course the bass is going to be taking out the rest of this. This is what all the guitars sound like by themselves. So it sounds pretty decently thick. And then just for my bass stack, I'm doing a little bit of the same thing where I'm using two different bass guitars. For the group, we are using a soft sine saturator to just push it a little bit, and then I'm using a Kraken hybrid. I'm using the Planet Saturn preset, a little bit of digital clip on there, some EQ, and then I'm just using an Ample P bass light. This is just tweaked to have the start time a little bit shorter. Again, boosting with that saturator, and then just a little bit of low end boost, and those together sound like this. So it's pretty decent together, and then the track all together. So that's how I do my guitar. So hopefully that helps you out if you are trying to write metal, you don't know how to play guitar, or you're just doing this all within Ableton. But with all that being said, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you again on the next one.